Hi, I'm a previous surrogate, and I'll be reacting to what happens after embryo transfer. Hang tight because it's a doozy.
May go back to normal activity, to some places that may restrict you for a couple of days where they want you to just relax.
So apparently you can go back to normal activity, but some places want you to just relax. Me? Oh, I took it as a doctor's order to live on my couch, right? And eat snacks. Obviously, my McDonald's French fries, necessary, okay? This is a non exclusionary item. That is a made up word, by the way. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Like you should not be drinking or smoking, and there's limitations to intercourse, to perhaps delay until after, if you're pregnant or if you confirm pregnancy.
Okay. So then they're like, no drinking, no smoking, and probably hold off on, you know what I mean. And I'm sitting here just like, you know what, actually trust me, because nothing about this experience is making me feel anything close to spicy. And I'll be a good girl, I promise. I'll be a good girl.
With sonogram after 5.5 or 6 weeks or so. So you have to listen to the recommendations from the practice. The pregnancy test usually happens about 8, 9, 10, 11 days, depends on the practice. It's usually a blood test. If you decide to test, you may...
The kicker is they tell you not to test too early. Wait until day 9, 10, 11. Meanwhile, I'm at home with my $50,000 Dollar Tree pregnancy tests. And they're all lined up like this, looking like a science experiment. So yeah, patience is a virtue. It's a virtue.
A blood test. If you decide to test, you may get a false negative. So if you test too early and you're, let's say, very hydrated, you could dilute too much that HCG hormone so that the urinary pregnancy test becomes negative, and you may be dissolution, and you may stop the medications, will be completely tragedy during the cycle. So we encourage people to not test, to just be relaxed, and to test for pregnancy at the clinic. So regardless of what you do, do not stop the medications. Do the medications where you...
Whatever you do, do not stop your meds. Do not stop your medications. And, you know, truthfully, girl, these meds have been my emotional support item during this whole entire journey. Whenever I get a refill of the meds, I carry them around like little emotional support, cuddly needles. You know, at the end of the day, we are in a committed relationship. These meds and I are committed.
The medications, do the medications where you're indicated to do them, and follow directions. So what if your beta is positive? Well, if the beta is positive, you're probably going to be asked to repeat that beta.
So then they say, if your beta is positive, we'll check it again in a couple of days. So basically, you're pregnant, but you're not really pregnant until you pass the second test. So cool, no pressure at all. No pressure.
Normally repeated a couple of days later. Why? The first beta tells us you're pregnant. The second beta tells us kind of the health of the pregnancy. Is it moving in the right direction? Is the slope or the angle it's going, is that the correct angle? And then if we're reassured, we kind of stop and do a sonogram or another beta in about a week.
Okay, so earliest ultrasound, 5 weeks, 5 days. That's what we're looking at. So there I am, counting down like it's Christmas morning. How many sleeps? How many sleeps until that little dot?
Normally, the earliest sonogram you can do to see an intrauterine pregnancy is about 5 weeks and 5 days. That's when I do them. Many clinics do them after that also, right? But at that point, we can confirm that there's an intrauterine pregnancy and the pregnancy is not in the tube or elsewhere. Now, if you want to know when the heartbeat or the baby formed, then you have to wait longer, to about 6 to 7 weeks. And many contracts have as heartbeat confirmation as a special milestone in the contract. So that is probably going to happen around your 7-week scan. And then at that point, the chance.
Yes, and then the big one, the heartbeat confirmation scan, that's in about 7 weeks. That's the moment where all the stress, the meds, the needles, it suddenly feels so, what's the word? So, like it's actually worth it. So definitely cue happy tears there.
Of miscarrying are very small, okay? So that's why people use it as such.
So yeah, at the end of the day, it's a roller coaster after embryo transfer, but surrogates, you know what I mean. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. It's basically part of the job description.